Hey guys, welcome back to Harrison Family Farm. If you can't tell, it's a wet one today as it is raining. I haven't let it stop me though, still out here trying to be productive. Got a lot of things on my to-do list, and so I've been trying to make strides. I did want to tap in right quick though, give you guys an update on the house as well as some other projects that we have going on here at the farm. So first things first, here is the foundation. As many of you already know, it was poured a week or 2 weeks or so ago. Only real difference here, as you can see, the outside walls of the foundation have been painted black. I don't know exactly what that's for, but I assume it's to preserve the wall in some form or fashion. Also, you can see, I mentioned these before in a different video, where there was pipe cut out to the bottom of the foundation in certain areas. And as you can see, there is perforated pipe around the outside foundation walls. And my assumption for this is that so water can move around the foundation without causing damage to it. And this here, Angela and I had questions regarding what this opening or almost window looking thing would be. I'm not sure yet, but the fact that this water drainage system has a port here makes me think it's a way to service it and to maintain it. That's just my assumption. I don't know for a fact. Just a thought. And so, as you guys see, kind of the plumbing and piping that they have run through the walls, or the outside of the walls rather, so that water can flow around it without causing like a back pressure effect and pushing in on the walls, or causing it to shift and settle more than it will naturally. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it with that. Oh, we are gonna unfortunately lose this tree right here, the one that is closest in the foreground, I guess. Got a call from the contractor, and they said it will be in the way of the crane when it's time to set the house. If you guys see Sophie over there. But yeah, this tree here, thought it was gonna be really cool. It has a branch there to would have set over the front porch, but yeah, we're not gonna be able to keep it. Still plenty of other trees though, but yeah, that was gonna be pretty cool. And let's see here, what else do I have for you guys? Sorry, like I said, it's raining, so I got rain all over my front lens. Not letting the rain stop me though, man. Got a lot to do, and I'm not giving myself any excuses. So, recording being one of them, so here we are with that too. If you guys know from last week, I mentioned that I wanted to, the week before last, I mentioned I wanted to start on this fence, things like that. So that's something else I've been getting into today. Let me turn the camera around. So you can see I got a post set here, this is going to be our opening. As you can see, there's gravel already here, so I'm thinking of keeping this as some type of drive and entrance. Have a large entry here to this pasture or piece of fence or field, whatever. And then, sorry, the tractor's running in the background, because naturally I use it to dig the posts, or the holes for the post rather. And you can see this is really, I'm pushing on it right now. It's fairly firm. That's just dirt and a little bit of tamping, which is just compacting the dirt around the base with the, I used an 8-pound sledgehammer. Sorry, yeah, we're right by the street at this, because this is going to be the perimeter gate or part of the perimeter fence. What was I saying? But yeah, I just used an 8-pound hammer just to get some compaction, and I'm hitting it now. You can see very little movement. So that's that one. It's going to come to here, and then that is going to be the corner or our right angle. It's going to go from this post to this post here. You see the white flag before I dug it, it's right there. So this is my corner post, And if you guys recall, these are those posts that I picked up from that other property Angela and I have. So there to this, and then I also have this post set. So I turned the corner. This one's a little rotted, obviously, but I threw it in there anyway. And yeah, so 4 posts set, actually in the ground set, ready for fence. And then you can see here, I thought I had another post, so I got another hole dug ready for my next post. You can see the holes are about 3.5, 4 foot deep. And so yeah, this is a pretty good line, straight line here. You can see I got other flags there. I'm gonna bring this straight across here. You can see I've been cutting and clearing to make a path for me to be able to install a fence. And this will be the corner here. This is also going to be a corner, this flag. And we'll make this corner. And just so you know, that's the flag. That's the last post to put in coming this way. And just to give you guys kind of a scope of, you see Sophie, she's coming up here with me. But scope of how much this is down there, that burn pit is where we started. And as you can see, this is on a hill. So it's gonna be an interesting fence to build. Hey baby, you wanna say hi? Hey Sophie. She wants my hand. yeah, you want some loving. But, and like I said before guys in the last video, a lot of this is not so much as uncut, it's just trees that are down, that I cut down and haven't cleaned up yet. We're planning to do that very, very, very soon. And the auger I use is just the 3-point attachment that goes into the back of our tractor. And again, the auger and tractor both I got from my late grandfather, my father's father, and older than I am, but worked like a dog. And yeah, building my farm for the second time with it. You know, if you just take care of things, they'll last you a long time. And yeah, and so like I said, we're back down here where I put my first post, and then back off in that corner, if I can zoom, is where we left off at. That was that corner where we'd be looking down. And so I'm gonna come across here. I'm gonna clear this out. This is a privacy fence from a previous owner. I'm gonna take it down and repurpose it and bring it across the back where it kind of gets a little thin. I don't know if it comes across on camera well, but you can see the roof of a house right there. And so I'm actually going to use that privacy fence to come across here so that I can clear some of this brush out and actually turn all this into usable pasture that we will then turn to beef by letting the cows eat it. So that's the plan with that. Here are the goats. Like I said, it's raining, so they are tucked away. They don't do much of that wet stuff. You can see, look, she's gonna stand up, but there's one, there's the boy, and Copper, the older female, she's in there in the very back. But yeah, they get along well when it comes to getting out of the wet rain. And so this is where we have the goats at now. I just moved them earlier today. This is where they were, if you guys recall. You can see they just really do a fantastic job eating this stuff up, just leaving the stalks or the stems rather, and just keeping it manageable for me so that I'm not out here having to cut all of this. And this is the second go around for the goats, and what I mean by that, we have a cow pen, and this is the start of the second time I'm bringing them around. This is about the third position. So they start on that corner there of the cow fence, and then I move them, and this is their third position. But yeah, it takes me about, I think, 6 weeks to get all the way around it. maybe a little more. Obviously there's more stuff on this back side that we're closer to versus the other side of the cow pen, which is close to the back of the house. Not really much up there for them to graze, so most of it is on this back end. But yeah guys, wanted to share that with you and just kind of keep you guys updated. Still got a lot of cutting to do, a whole lot of cutting to do. You can see how thick it is still, even in these areas that I'm in a lot, or even have the goats in a lot. And so one of the biggest things I'm going to be aiming to do while the weather is allowing is to clean this up and get fence ran. Infrastructure is key, especially when you have animals or wanting animals. You want good infrastructure, and yeah. And if some of you guys recall, the new fence is going to look much like the original cow pen, where I'm just using the wood that is here on the land to build it, or other wood that I have. But that concept of fence is what I'm going to use to build a great majority of the perimeter fence. And really it's just because material costs are so high, and I have an overabundance of supplies here. And just to kind of give you guys some details about how it was built or how I built it, these are just pieces of trees. I took some rebar, drove it through, drove it here as well. You can see on either side, drilled a hole, stuck the rebar through, and put it through branches after drilling holes in them as well. And that locked it all together. You can see, especially after you tie them together, there's no moving it. I would argue that it's stiffer than concrete, or just as stiff as it may be. And then having our lateral posts going to connect each one. I think one difference that I'm going to do with this perimeter fence though is that I'm going to add more cross members. And the reason for that, this is great for cows, right? But this fence would not hold goats at all. And so I'm going to add one, if not two more cross sections, in addition to additional hot wire. This pen here, I only made it with one hot wire, and that was just because so much wood, I really didn't need another one. I put one at 36 inches, about the height of a cow's nose, in this one. And so since we've expanded beyond just cows, we're going to add some wire, add some cross members. It just makes sure we have a really good fence for our animals, make sure they stay home, keep them safe, and to make sure that we don't disturb the neighbors. You know, good fences keep good neighbors. So yeah, there's the cows. They don't really mind the rain. Those of you that are familiar with cows, you already know. There's Riri, affectionately known as Riri, short for ribeye. And then there's mom and dad, Jay and Beyonce. But yeah, and we're back. Sorry about that. Got a call, but yeah. Oh, we're leaving the tractor. Come on, guys, let's go get the tractor. I let it sit here and run because it was getting warm on me. It didn't overheat, but it was getting warm. You can see just how much rainfall. This is just for me not sitting on it while it's been sitting here, not long. It's calmed down now. Another farm project I need to do. Weld the muffler back on this bad boy. I don't know if you guys heard me, but I said another project is to weld the muffler back on here. That'll make it a little quieter, as well as prevent me from having to use a tin can to keep rain out of the exhaust manifold and stuff. So those of you that have older equipment or things like this, even my old bulldozer, you gotta want to put a cap on it, especially when it's raining. That rainwater or water in general could get into the head of the engine, which is bad news. Bad news. So yeah, got the tractor back up here. I like to keep it a little closer up here than down there. Not a whole lot of shelter, but some of those leaves will prevent it from getting so wet, kind of preserve that seat. Sorry, but yeah, you can see about time to put out another roll of hay. Got a few more bales, but I'll probably wait till tomorrow. Make sure they eat that pretty low. Want to get my money's worth, if you know what I mean. And yeah, like I said, guys, not too much going on. Just wanted to do a quick update and check in. Oh yeah, I do see that the flies are a little bit less than before. Those of you that recall and been watching, put some ladybugs out about a week and a half ago, or about a week ago actually, not a week and a half, about a week ago, to kind of combat some of the insects out here. And I can't say that it's perfect, but I want to say that it has been a bit of an improvement. And so I'm actually going to give it a little bit more time and just kind of see how things go. I might even order some more, maybe like 3,000 more, because they come in packages of 1,500, just to see if that helps out any or brings any additional benefits before resorting back to chemicals. So yeah, guys, it might be worth a shot to give them a try. They definitely didn't hurt. I do wish that I saw a little bit more of them, but just because I don't see them don't mean it's not working. And yeah, I'm not crazy enough to believe that, because what I do see is a decrease in the fly population, at least for the moment anyway. So we'll see how that kind of plays out. But thanks for joining us. Be sure to check us out on Instagram as well as TikTok, Harrison Family Farm. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and if you enjoyed this video, leave us a comment. Say something nice in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, guys, I'm Tyrone, and peace.